Hello, good evening, and welcome to you. This is the Private Property Podcast. I'm your brand new host, Sibs Matiela, and we are here to talk all things property because at privateproperty.co.za, our job is to connect you to the heart of property. On today's episode, we're going to talk about home insurance and why you need it, which types are right for you. But before we get to today's guest and that topic, I have to remind you that all roads lead to the property show.
This year, we're back in real life and virtual with content generated in our metaverse studio. We've designed the exhibition space to replicate the world's most popular property game and added in activities for the whole family, including an indoor park and play area. The game board is divided into 4 journeys, namely First-Time Home Buyers Boulevard, Investment Avenue, Sellers Street, and Renters Road. Visit thepropertyshow.co.za for more information and to get your tickets today. The Property Show 2022, 27th to the 28th of August at the Sandton Convention Center. No matter where you are on your property journey, we've gathered the experts.
That's right. No matter where you are on the property journey that you are on, we have got the experts, which is why you should be at the Property Show happening live at the Sandton Convention Center on the 27th and the 28th of August 2022. You can join us virtually from anywhere in the world, but I would suggest that you get your hands on some tickets and actually come through and be there in person just to glean all of the information that you can get as you get on the road to investing in maybe your first home, maybe your third or 15th. I don't know. But what I do know is that if you click on the link in the comment section, you can find your way to a ticket. Today, though, we are discussing why you need home insurance and which one is right for you. Speaking to Adam Helper, who's a financial consultant at Discovery. Adam, hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Well, and you?
Good.
Very good.
Happy Friday.
Thank you for having me.
Anytime.
Okay.
You have
awesome.
very nice eyes.
Oh, thanks. I'll take that. I'll take it.
That has nothing to do with home insurance, though.
Correct.
Which is what we're here to discuss. Can you explain what home insurance is and why home buyers and investors need it?
Thank you. So, home insurance is protecting what you've purchased. So, you have an asset that you've now purchased, probably your biggest asset being your fixed property, your house. You have to insure it. Firstly, most properties are financed. Okay, so you get your home loan. The banks won't give you a home loan without protecting their own asset, which is their collateral, against that loan. So insurance is mandatory if you have a home loan. Why do you need it? Because life happens. So fires, floods, we've had in the last 12 months, both. We've had riots, we've had everything. So insurance-wise, it's never been more relevant as to why you need it, because things that have happened over the last year or so specifically have proven that it is absolutely crucial.
What kinds of home insurance does Discovery offer, and what do they all entail?
So we offer all personal lines and commercial lines. On the personal line side, which is where I specialize the most, we offer fully comprehensive. We offer different options for different life stages. So obviously every client's got different needs. Hence, we as intermediaries have a job, because obviously we've got to work out what those needs are and then put together a solution that suits them. Some clients, for example, don't want to claim for little things. So the objective there being, let's pay as little as possible, so we can play around with the offering to suit that client. So that's what I put together. Yeah.
How much is enough home insurance, would you say?
Enough is what will put you back in the same position that you were in before. That's enough. Okay. So if, for example, you have you're building up your household contents, so you buy your first property, you now have to fill up that property with furniture, appliances, all that expensive
Smart
stuff.
televisions.
Smart TVs, gadgets, all of that stuff. So in a general household, there's a lot of stuff in the house. Okay, so as you start building that, either you keep your own inventory, which nobody really does, or you can walk around your house with a calculator and try and work out, okay, what would that lounge suite cost brand new. What would, not a better lounge suite, the same lounge suite.
Oh.
Okay.
What if they don't make it anymore, Adam?
Right. So we don't put the client in a worse off position.
Okay.
So we will always go one up to the most similar option to what they had. So it's all within reason. In certain cases, you do land up with a replaced asset that is nicer than the previous one you insured, because the previous one doesn't exist anymore. So our job is to put you back in the same position you were in before the drama happened, before the claim happened.
What essential benefits can clients get with home insurance?
So you have 3 categories, okay, of different types of insurance within the in fact, there's even more categories, but I'm saying 3 main ones within the personal lines. So you have your own household content section, which is obviously all your movables. So if you're moving from one property to another, that would, all the stuff you would take with you, that's household content. The stuff you would leave behind, like light fittings, the walls, the electric fence, all of that stuff. The shower heads, all the finishes and that all forms part of building cover. So that's your homeowners insurance. Okay. So you've got the homeowners, you've got the content, and then you have your movables. Okay. So movables have a totally different risk. All of these categories have different risks because insurance is all about risk. So you have different risks and they are then insured accordingly.
What's a movable? Like my ring
Yes.
that I keep at home, but that I wear out on the street every day.
Correct. So,
Not everyday criminals. Like only, sometimes I leave it at home.
yeah. So we have a situation where you've got to now decide, because obviously every item has got a different risk. And if you're out there, all the movables. So what I often tell clients is you wouldn't leave your house with your microwave. Okay, generally speaking, unless you're moving homes. Okay, so
Unless I need to microwave something.
right, outdoors, or you're going camping and decided you're taking your microwave with
Or
you.
to the holiday home.
Or to the holiday home, right. So those items would be not, you wouldn't specify those. However, a cell phone, which is nowadays even more expensive than a laptop, okay, and I mean, those items are high risk items because they get stolen a lot, they break a lot. So insurance is there to protect against accidental damage and theft. That's really what it, or accidental loss.
Yeah.
So you may have lost it or left it on the roof of your car and driven off. So those sort
Or
of
you were
things.
standing outside a club at night and then someone snatched it and then got into an Uber and drove away.
Exactly. Okay. The latest thing is they're waiting for the phone to be unlocked before they grab it, which is quite hectic. A client was telling me about that.
No, because then
Yeah.
all your private information.
Yeah. Just be super careful how your phone unlocks, because that data is then open to.
All my emails.
Yeah. Everything. I mean, they even made a place to take a lot order on that app through the client's account
No.
to an address. I mean, anyway.
Like
No
now we
shame.
can find you. We know where you live.
Exactly. Yeah. So yeah, those events.
What was the take-a-lot order?
I don't even remember what the item was, but he cancelled it. Obviously, the client, after he called Takelot and said no, can't deliver there. It wasn't me. So the bottom line really is just making sure that you are correctly insured, and if you don't want to be paying huge premiums, you've got to choose then what you want to insure out of the stuff you take out the house. So if you have a very expensive diamond ring that you keep in a safe permanently and you never take it out the house, or I don't even know if the banks do safety deposit boxes anymore, but if you know that it's safe and secure and you're never going to take it out, a lot of clients don't insure those items because there's no risk there, not very minimal risk. Whereas an item that you go anywhere in the world with, like an iPad, a phone, a laptop, everything, this all adds up. If you think about how much we walk around with on ourselves, it's a lot of value to replace. So that's those items that you need to insure.
What's usually not included in your standard home cover plan?
So there's always a differentiation between comprehensive cover. So now obviously the motor section, which would be the third section, also has a totally different risk as well. So items that are, sorry, but just
typically not included. So the items that
right,
are typically
okay,
not included in the home cover.
100%. So you can do certain buy-ups in certain respects. So what that means, a lot of, like for example, the most entry-level insurance you can do does not include accidental damage cover. Okay, so it's only theft or permanent loss, total loss, like if the house burns down. So accidental damage cover, very important. You usually need to pay an extra premium for that. A lot of the insurers call it optional.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be optional, okay, because most household content claims, especially nowadays, are either power surge or lightning related, I mean, with the weather and all of that. So obviously the need for insurance has actually gotten much greater specifically over the last few years, largely due to global warming. Our weather is completely out of hand. We're seeing extremes. We're seeing extremes.
Drought,
exactly, like
floods,
extreme
food
heat in the
shortages,
UK,
food insecurity. We're seeing power cuts.
Yes.
Surges, blowing up your chargers for your devices. Then the thing is kaput.
Correct. So even a pothole, okay, it's a very common claim these days. You hit a pothole, but if we're talking homes specifically, it would be those sort of incidents where you have cases of extreme storm damage, for example. That needs to be, so there's got to be
the lightning hit a tree and then the tree fell on my roof and now my roof is broken.
Correct.
On the basic cover, am I covered for that?
Not on all basic covers. So you've got to add that buy-up or that addition to make sure, which is why you should have an intermediary, financial advisor, broker, whatever you want to call us, who knows what your needs are and does this on a daily basis so that you don't have to guess what you need.
I run the tub, I forget that I've left the water running, my whole house is flooded, my carpet, my plugs, everything now is affected by this thing. Are you going to pay me out?
Sure, we've had a claim like that. We even had a claim where a kid took, obviously kids do mad stuff. That's
why I don't have any.
Yeah, I got 3.
Congratulations.
Thanks. Yeah, I'll reserve my comment there, but thank you. The thing with, so we had a claim early days where a kid took literally an entire pack of toilet paper and
stuffed it
in the toilet, okay, and subsequently the toilet overflowed and it just led into this huge home flood. Okay, and we paid out on every single item.
Babies are crazy because they don't pay bills. All they do is finger paint and then they do crazy stuff that costs you money.
Correct. And that reminds me, with kids, the portables, just be aware that the more you claim on portable possessions, the higher the insurer is going to charge you because you are obviously a higher risk than the norm. So
because your kid is stuffing toilet paper down things.
Exactly. So again, life happens, okay, and these are valid scenarios where you absolutely need insurance.
Do you offer insurance on other properties besides residential?
Yes, we do it through the commercial arm of our business. So that would be Discovery Business Insurance. Very much so. So things like fleet cover and obviously public liability and all that.
So we've covered household insurance and why it's beneficial. How does one claim now from the insurance? They say my kid sticks to it, and how do I go about that with the claims process?
So I think with every insurer it's different, but through me, I mean, technology has played a huge role in this story.
Take a picture.
Yeah, send me a picture, send me an email. That's how you initiate a claim. We take care of the rest. Just tell us about it, like what happened, when did it happen, where did it happen. A claim needs to tell a story. Okay, so it's got to be, I was on my way to buy bread, and I didn't see the pothole, and it hit, and it was raining, and I couldn't, it was dark. It's got to tell a story.
Must I now make up a story?
No.
It was a dark and stormy night in Bryanston. I was driving at 60 kilometers per hour, and then it hit me.
Okay. So you don't have to make it so creatively dramatic, but you just need to tell us what happened.
Okay.
It's just got to make sense. You don't have to make it. Just tell us the truth, exactly what's happened, and we'll take it from there.
I think telling the truth is one of the main things there as well.
Which is, yes. So there's a concept in short-term insurance specifically called good faith. Okay, so we'll gladly insure you on condition that what you've told us is true, but we trust that what you've told us is true.
Like when they ask, are you a smoker? And you say no.
That's a problem. That's more on the life insurance side.
No, I know, but...
Right, exactly. So
stop lying.
no, lying doesn't help with insurance at all. Sadly, clients you get opportunistic people who try and wangle it, but we try our best to mitigate that through forensics and all of that stuff. But I can tell you, sadly, a lot of the processes where we feel interrogated as clients are because of these opportunistic fraudsters. So, do you know that more Rolexes have been lost than have been manufactured? Okay, so every Rolex has got a little serial number. More Rolexes have been claimed on than have ever been manufactured. Yeah.
Got it. I don't wear watches, so it can't be me. Pay my claim. Listen, we've seen obviously a decrease in the property market in the last, I would say, 2-3 years. What do you foresee happening there after observing the decline? Do you think, was there a decline in household cover as well and the kind of insurance that people could afford? And do you see that changing with now people taking out, because of the increased risks that we were speaking about before? Are we on the up and up?
So I didn't notice too much. I noticed a lot of motor insurance was dropped. Clients have this perception that if their car's paid, they don't need to insure it. You absolutely do. Life still happens even if you've paid off your car. So now the car you're not forced to insure it, which is the issue. So a lot of clients, specifically over the lockdown period, were not driving. Either they sold their cars or they hardly drove and dropped their cover to an absolute basic minimum premium. We were actually rewarding clients for not driving by giving them a discount based on how much mileage they did in that month. Obviously, the less mileage you do, the lower risk you are.
Yeah.
We also incentivize clients to be less of a risk through our shared value offering, which is a whole different discussion now. But
you can come back and talk about that another day.
No problem, anytime. Specifically insurance related, I actually noticed that more clients were enhancing their home cover because now we're at home. We're working from home. We relaxing at home. We doing everything at home. Literally, we did not leave our homes. So a lot of the home cover was actually enhanced because the need for it was even greater. And the issue of being offline, that was like, if you're offline, you're out of the world these days. So having all of those backup plans actually helped so even though property prices may have been declining, there was certainly
home insurance was not.
Home insurance was absolutely on the increase, the way I see it, because obviously I'm speaking in my own practice, but I can say that it was more relevant than ever before, specifically around home, because home was like everything.
Convince me in one sentence to get home insurance.
You need to protect what you have acquired. So in order to protect that, sorry, I'm giving you lots of sentences. This is an interesting one. How do you put it into one sentence? You can't buy insurance when you need it.
Adam Helper, ladies, gentlemen, and they, thems. Adam Helper, who's a financial consultant at Discovery, telling us, say the sentence again.
You can't buy insurance when you need it.
Goosebumps. That was a moment. That was the moment. Thank you so much for joining us, Adam. I look forward to speaking to you again in future so we can discuss more of those other things. Listen, it is competition time. Someone who has interacted in the comments section gets to walk away with $500. Good for you. And you can use that towards your home cover and your home insurance, maybe with Discovery, wink, wink. And you also get a ticket to the property show to come and visit and see all of the stands and all of the things that people have to offer on the 27th and 28th of August at the Sandton Convention Center. That lucky person is Shangiwe Maureen. Congratulations to you. You win that $500 and a ticket to the property show. All roads lead to the property show. We will see you there in a few weeks' time. Thank you for joining me, Sibs Matiela, on today's episode of the Private Property Podcast, and I'll see you again tomorrow evening.
This year, we're back. In real life and virtual, with content generated in our metaverse studio. We've designed the exhibition space to replicate the world's most popular property game and added in activities for the whole family, including an indoor park and play area. The game board is divided into 4 journeys, namely First-Time Homebuyers Boulevard, Investment Avenue, Sellers Street, and Renters Road. Visit thepropertyshow.co.za for more information and to get your tickets today. The Property Show 2022, 27th to the 28th of August at the Sandton Convention Center. No matter where you are on your property journey, we've gathered the experts.